You might be wondering why I'm going to go for Alfa Romeo Racing, or as I like to call them, Salfa, at this stage, but it will all become clear as soon as you see my driver. Right, so in terms of what contract we're being offered by Alfa Romeo, our qualifying position will be 18th, expected race position 18th, team order second driver because obviously Kimi Raikkonen will be there, and the team goal is hard. Our upgrade speed will be level 1, which is a minor upgrade to the amount of time that it takes to get things onto the car. So we'll just accept that contract. As we know, there's driver transfers in this career mode series as well, so we could get to a point where we see quite some drastic changes going on up and down the grid. Obviously we're going to look to try to make some improvement to Alfa Romeo over the course of the season with the resource points option. So let's have a look first off where we stand in that side of things. Okay, so here's the R&D tree. We've got several options available to us. We have powertrain, durability, chassis and aerodynamics. Each one of those obviously going to change the characteristics of the car, and we need to make decisions based on how many resource points, which currently we're at 1200, versus what we need to make improvements on. So let's have a look at what we have the options for here. Powertrain, our first upgrade would be a piston upgrade, which would be a cost of 500 resource points. On the durability side, we've got general maintenance, which would again be 500. Then got the chassis side of things, would be central under tray upgrade, and that would be 500. And then on the aerodynamic side of things, we've got the front wing cascades. Now, front wing cascades, that's a bit of a carryover term from the last generation of Formula 1, because the front wings no longer really have the cascades that had before, but we'll run with it anyway. The price of that is 1,000. It's a pretty major update that for Alfa Romeo, and would obviously drag us off the bottom. As you can see on the right hand side here, there's a run of where everybody lies in terms of their current position on the aerodynamics, and Alfa are firmly at the bottom. I know there's a patch coming out from Formula 1 game to realign all of these areas, because Alfa Romeo are well ahead of Williams in real life, so that will be changed with the patch that's coming in. And we've also got a rear wing main plane option that we could choose, which is 1,000 points. Will take 3 weeks to develop, so we have to keep an eye on the development time, also the price that we have to pay for those parts. So yeah, we've got a few options available to us, but obviously how we do during practice sessions can also improve how many resource points that we've got available in our deployment. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go out and do some of the practice sessions, just in order to try to bag some more resource points, and then we'll make a decision on where we should go in terms of developing the car. There we go, we've added 255 to our tally, which gives us 1,455 points. If we can pick up another 45 points, which should be relatively easy, then we will be able to do several of the R&D elements. So let's see what resource points we picked up. Obviously we had that collision in this session, which wasn't ideal. Finished that session early, but we did pick up 105 resource points, which takes our tally now to 1,560. That didn't do our reputation very good though, that see, so yeah, let's see if we can improve going into FP3. It's not quite the one-shot qualifying session that you can choose. It does mean that you can get some multiple runs in, which is hopefully what we don't need, but it does give us the opportunity if we make some mistakes. which, to be honest, based on my driving at the minute, is inevitable. Over 150 resource points has now got us on a total of 1710. I think it's time to maybe look at spending some of those points. Now what, we're going to go with the front wing. Let's develop that. And then you've got the option of either the piston update on the powertrain, we've got the weight reduction on the chassis side, or we've got durability. Well, we know we're going to go through components, so I'm going to ignore durability for this stage, and I'm going to go with the powertrain. That will actually push us up past Haas, providing they haven't gone with that update as well. Right, so we're going to obviously bolt on the soft tyre and see how we get on. Car setup wise, we're on increased downforce as we're at a street circuit. Let's see if we need to make an adjustment to that, which obviously we won't be able to do under part firme, so we're just going to have to go with it. We need that extra downforce as we're on the Alfa Romeo chassis as well, so as we're getting that notification that once we leave the pit box here, we'll only be able to make front wing and fuel level adjustments, but that's fine. Just got away with getting out on the grass there, I think. Let's corner. Grass. Just to pick up some time through there. Lost a bit there though. 10th up on my best time. Going to be a couple of hundredths up on our previous best. So let's head into the garage and settle with 12th position for the start of the race. That's because we're running with increased downforce. Currently sat in 12th, as I said.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look
Kimi
at those who will be fronting the grid. Leclerc,
nailed it towards the end of that session there and
with qualifying wraps up,
pushed us down the order. Did pick up some more resource points, not a great deal in that qualifying session, but nonetheless 135 to add to our tally, which takes us up to 345. Right, so we're down in 14th. Let's have a look at our race strategy. Okay, so we are being advised by the team, this is obviously a 15 lap race because I'm on 25%, that we've got two options available to us here. High tyre management will be the soft tyre out onto the medium tyre, or low tyre management would be a longer stint on the soft tyre onto the hard tyre, which is, I don't understand why you would do that, because you just extend onto the medium, surely. So obviously we're going to go with this here. I'm also going to reduce our fuel load slightly, because I think we can save some fuel by lifting and coasting. Right, let's get on out there. Don't want to crash into my teammate, that's for starters. lost a couple of places. We lost a place here to Norris. Back of Grosjean. Now I've damaged my front wing. Getting swamped. Slow moving Grosjean there, causing us to get some damage to the front left part of the wing. Down in 18th. Pick our overtaking opportunities better here. We are still in this race. So they're trying to go down the inside of Kvyat. And he's managed to make the move stick. He's got the front wing on. Everybody moving too slowly for my liking. That's definitely on my tail now. Kubica trying to go down the inside, but we fend him off. Actual safety car. Max Verstappen is out of the race. Right, some players here diving into the pits. Kvyat, several heading for the pits there, which promotes us obviously. This isn't where we are going to feed out. Let's see if we can stretch this by another lap. We are holding Hamilton up as well. I think we're going to go for another lap here. I'm relatively confident. The tyres aren't completely destroyed. Having said that, brake light there, let Hamilton go. Whoa! At all. Might have just lost us some time in what I was trying to do with this overcut, but we'll give it a go. Let's get this pit stop done. Hopefully won't lose too many positions here. I did go long, but that should give us the overcut, so we'll have better tyres come the last few laps of the Grand Prix as well. Currently down. Raikkonen's just going to go past us. He's our teammate. Probably brought back out into that gaggle again. Whoa! Okay, that was not on. Whoever's just hit me. So you've got quite a bit of front wing damage now because of when I come out of the pits alongside. I think it was Kvyat who caused the accident with me. Smashed into the side of my car. That understeer from that front wing being damaged isn't helping. So what now, what I was hoping to be a chase, is going to be a keep Kubica at bay job. Whoa! Ah, come on. Kubica's made up some space, some time here as well as us. Let's try and get Robert on the straight here. All rich mode. Still pulling away there. Because obviously we got more downforce on the car. Switch back. It's there for that, Robert. Over the sausage curb. Well, we dropped a few places during this race, but it was a bit of a strange affair with that whole coming out of the pit lane. Come out of the pit lane and got nerfed into the grass. I think it was by Kvyat, so in the end we managed to get ourselves up into 16th, having started 14th.
Ferrari have really pulled it out of the bag today. It's a
They're
great
obviously
win.
taking the victory, I would imagine.
Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
Here's how things
So
look in
Kimi
the
finished
drivers'
in
table.
11th,
Charles Leclerc assumes the
which
lead in the
means he
standings
gained a spot,
after
'cause I
today's
believe he started
outstanding result.
12th.
Let's focus on the driver of the day.
The
Anthony
spot
Davidson.
would be the
Who do you pick?
retirement,
But it's
I would
absolutely
imagine,
got to be
of
Alexander Albon,
Max
no
Verstappen.
hesitation. He put in...
Our race was really undone towards the end because we would have been quick coming out of the pits, but obviously then that caused a safety car and so on and so forth. So now we've got 543 resource points at our disposal.